We have all heard stories of haunted forests, and while some travelers make a note to steer clear, others find themselves intrigued. There is something compelling about the thrill of entering into the deep and haunted woods. It's an adventure that offers the chance to become an explorer, daring for an opportunity to brush up against the supernatural, where we explore the most haunted places on Earth. Today, we are going to take you on a journey through some of the world's most haunted forests, where ghosts, demons, and other creatures lurk in the shadows. Are you ready to be scared? Let's go!
Hey everyone! Welcome to the Radiant Clues.
The first forest we're going to visit is Aokigahara Forest in Japan, also known as the Suicide Forest. This dense woodland sits at the base of Mount Fuji and has a dark history of being a popular spot for people to end their lives. In fact, it is estimated that more than 100 people commit suicide here every year. The forest is so thick that it blocks out most of the sunlight and sound, creating a sense of isolation and eeriness. Some people believe that the trees are haunted by the spirits of those who died here, and that they can lure visitors to their deaths. Others claim to have seen apparitions, heard voices, and felt cold spots in the forest. There are also signs posted throughout the forest, urging people to seek help and not to kill themselves. The next forest we're going to explore is the Black Forest in Germany, a vast area of pine and fir trees that has inspired many fairy tales and legends. The forest is home to many myths and folklore, such as witches, werewolves, dwarves, and elves. Some of the most famous stories that originated from the forest are Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, and Little Red Riding Hood. The forest is also said to be haunted by ghosts and spirits, such as the Headless Horseman who rides through the woods at night. Some visitors have reported seeing strange lights, hearing footsteps, and feeling watched in the forest. The third forest we're going to visit is Deering Woods in Kent, England, also known as the Screaming Woods. This forest is notorious for being one of the most haunted places in Britain, as many people have heard terrifying screams coming from the trees at night. Some believe that the screams belong to the souls of those who got lost and died in the forest, such as a highwayman who was captured and killed by villagers in 1776. Others think that the forest is haunted by a druidic cult that used to perform human sacrifices there. The forest is also near the village of Pluckley, which holds the Guinness World Record for being the most haunted village in England. Some of the ghosts that have been seen in Pluckley include a schoolmaster who hanged himself, a lady who fell to her death from a bridge, and a gypsy woman who burned to death in her caravan. The fourth forest we're going to visit is Hoabachu Forest in Transylvania, Romania, also known as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. This forest has a reputation for being one of the most haunted and mysterious places in the world, as many strange phenomena have occurred here. The forest was named after a shepherd who disappeared here with his flock of sheep, never to be seen again. Since then, many people have gone missing or reported seeing UFOs, orbs, ghosts, and other anomalies in the forest. The most bizarre feature of the forest is a circular clearing where nothing grows, and where some people have experienced nausea, anxiety, and headaches. Some believe that this clearing is a portal to another dimension or a gateway to hell. The fifth forest we're going to visit is Epping Forest in Essex, England, a former royal hunting ground that dates back to the 12th century. The forest is rich in history and culture, but also in hauntings and horror. The forest was once a hideout for highwaymen, outlaws, and murderers, who used the trees as cover for their crimes. Some of these criminals are said to still haunt the forest, such as Dick Turpin, who was hanged for his deeds in 1739. Other ghosts that have been seen in the forest include a headless coachman, a phantom horseman, a lady in white, and a faceless nun. The forest is also notorious for being a dumping ground for bodies, as many murder victims have been found here over the years. The sixth forest we're going to visit is Pine Barrens in New Jersey, USA, a vast area of sandy soil and pine trees that covers about 22% of the state. The forest is known for its biodiversity and natural beauty, but also for its creepy legends and stories. The most famous one is the Jersey Devil, a creature that is said to have been born in the forest in 1735 as the 13th child of a woman named Mother Leeds. The child was supposedly deformed and had wings, horns, hooves, and a tail. It flew out of the window and into the woods, where it has been terrorizing people ever since. The Jersey Devil has been blamed for killing livestock, attacking cars, and scaring travelers with its blood-curdling scream. Other spooky sightings in the forest include ghosts, witches, pirates, and albinos. The seventh forest we're going to visit is the Isla de las Municas, Mexico. The trees of this island near Mexico City are strung with hundreds of dolls to creepy, horror movie-style effect. The island's only inhabitant, Don Julian Santana, discovered the body of a girl in one of its canals more than 50 years ago. He found a doll floating in the same water and, in tribute, hung it on a tree, the first of thousands of dolls he would string up until 2001. When he passed away, some believe the dolls, many of which are missing limbs, are evil. Others believe they safeguard the island. To get there, head to Embarcadero Cuemanco Ferry Terminal, where you can hire a Tragenera, one of Mexico City's colorful wooden boats, and ask them to take you to the island. The eighth forest is Devil's Tramping Ground, North Carolina, deep in the woods near Harper's Crossroads, about 10 miles east of Siler City. There's a mysterious 40-foot ring where the devil stomps in circles each night, plotting how to bring about the downfall of mankind, or so the story goes. In this spot, the forest floor is completely barren and nothing can grow. The North Carolina State Department of Agriculture has taken samples of the soil and has yet to come up with an explanation for why the patch is devoid of growth. The ninth forest is Old House Woods, Virginia. This 50-acre forest near the Chesapeake Bay is a refuge for the ghosts of 18th-century British soldiers and pirates who once passed through the nearby historic port town of Matthews and who may have left buried chests of treasure in its soft dirt. At the center of the woods, off Haven Beach Road, was a solitary and dilapidated colonial homestead that burned to the ground. Of all the sightings here, perhaps the most intriguing was reported by a fisherman on White's Creek in the 19th century. A ship silently plying the creek, continuing on over the beach and disappearing into the woods. The 10th and final forest we're going to visit is Dao Hill in Kurseong, India, a hill station that is surrounded by dense forests and tea gardens. The area is known for its paranormal activity, especially near an abandoned school that was built in 1879. The school is said to be haunted by the ghosts of children who died there, and some people have heard screams, laughter, and footsteps coming from inside the building. The forest around the school is also spooky, as some people have seen a headless boy roaming around and disappearing into the trees. There have also been reports of accidents and murders happening in the forest. And that concludes our tour of some of the world's most haunted forests. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Radiant Clues, and we'll see you next time for more chilling stories and locations. Until then, stay safe and don't go into the woods alone.
Hey, thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.